Hi, my name is Sydney Mitchell.
Hi, I'm Matthew Brickman, Florida Supreme Court mediator. Welcome to the Mediate This podcast, where we discuss everything mediation and conflict resolution.
So in that example, two people get married at 20. Let's say they get divorced at 40. There's potential for lifetime alimony to be awarded in the state of Florida?
Potential, because it's more than 17 years. Potential.
Why would 17 make a difference between 14, 18? What's the difference? It's
a threshold that somebody created, pulled it out of the air. Another group agreed on it, and they wrote it into a law. I don't know. Why 18 and not 30? I don't know.
Right. So if you're going to get divorced before you hit your 17th anniversary.
Okay. So you know how many times I've seen that happen? Oh, I have seen that where they're like, they did this. They did this on purpose. And of course, that just aggravates the entire divorce because, and I'll tell you, I'm the guy in both rooms, right?
Right.
There's the accusation, and then there's the denial outside of the rooms.
Right.
In the rooms, sometimes, RIO, it is exactly that. It's like, look, do not say anything, but I saw this coming. I'm making good money, and there is no way.
Right.
And that sucks because, you and I had a conversation. I think Sydney and I have even had a conversation on alimony about one of the divorces I did years ago was in Sweden. In Sweden, I found out after the fact has one of the, I think it is the highest co-parenting rate of any country in the world. And I was like, well, that's interesting. But what was interesting when I did this divorce, and I've done divorces in other countries, I've done other states. And so as a mediator, I need to find out their laws. I can't go, okay, well, we're just going to apply Florida law. You can't apply Florida law on a Tennessee divorce. That's just not how it works. In fact, I can't even use the same forms. They have different forms. And so I researched Swedish law, and Swedish law almost mirrored Florida law. 50-50 equitable distribution. They do have 50-50 time sharing with the kids. It's not up to judicial discretion. It's 50-50 period straight across the board, which is interesting because people, it's like two people are dating. They're thinking about getting married. They get married. They're thinking about having kids. They know that if this thing does not work out, it's 50-50. Like they know that before they even there's no surprises. Like, what? Now I've got 50-50. I don't want to give them 50-50. It's like, no, you know that before you have kids. But when it comes to alimony, there's no alimony of any type. Which then, if you know that there's no alimony ever, you might make a different decision within the confines of the marriage. So, a mom or a dad, and I've had them both, may not give up a career to be a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad. They may not give it up because they're not getting compensated for quitting their job, losing that income, losing their tenure or whatnot at their job. Like, no. And so guess what? Now they make a different decision, knowing that there's no alimony. It's like, well, I'm not quitting. Well, I'm not quitting. Okay. Well, I guess we need to figure this out. All right. Should we get a nanny? Should we get daycare? Do we get a babysitter? And they make different decisions. In the US, we know, that nationally, I think it's 50%, 51% of first time marriages end in divorce. I commonly joke, okay, so if you go to the airport to get on an airplane, you look out on the tarmac and you see those planes and you count them and you go, okay, half of them are going to fall out of the sky. Are you going to get on your plane? Maybe not,
Parachute or backup plan, which we would call a prenuptial in the legal world, I guess.
Yes. So prenuptial or postnuptial, and we'll get to that in a second. Okay, so how do we deal with the existing laws we have on the books? So again, in the United States, we've got alimony, and so someone may give it up, and they may give it up at the moment, thinking it's a great idea. And then when they're getting divorced, RIO, I can't tell you how many times people have said they made me quit my job. I'm like, really? Like, what are they, a dictator? they made you, like, put a gun to your head in your marriage, and you were their spouse, and you kept sleeping with them, and you had a couple more kids too, and they made you, like, really? No, that was a choice that you made. And now and I'll tell you, Rio, it's pretty bad too when they do make that choice and then they get to the end of their yellow brick road and they find out that they have a need, but there's no ability to pay. And they gave it up and they're not getting paid. Do you think that's going to impede on their ability to co-parent? Absolutely. There's resentment, there's entitlement, there's anger. And so their ability to co-parent, poison the well, turn the kids against the other, like, project all of their anger and frustrations onto the next generation. Oh, absolutely.
For more information about my services or to schedule your mediation with me, either in person or using my iChat mediation virtual platform built by Cisco Communications, visit me online at iMediateinc.com. Call me at 561-262-9121, toll free at 877-822-1479, or email me at mbrickman@ichatmediation.com.